Story time with Sergeant Thomas. MCT, Marine Combat Training. Well, back in the day, we go to boot camp at Parris Island for 13 weeks. And everybody would go to Marine Combat Training. And then you go to your MOS school. Well, mine was a dragon gunner, so I go to School of Infantry, SOI. So that was at Camp Geiger as well. So Parris Island, boot camp, MCT is at Camp Geiger, and then SOI is at Camp Geiger too. Well, back then, every Marine went to boot camp, every Marine went to MCT, Marine Combat Training, and then you went off to your school, special schooling, your MOS school. If you were infantry related, 03 field, you'd stay at Camp Geiger for School of Infantry and your specialty training. And all the other people would go off to wherever they went to their school. But the moral of the story, Marine boot camp, best in the world, top notch. Drill instructors, best in the world, can't mess with them. SOI, pretty good to go. Learning your specialty school like mine, dragon, demolition, booby traps, world class, top of the world. Going through the fleet, even better. People taking care of you, teaching you the ins and outs, the real deal on real school stuff. But back up, MCT. I don't know where these jokers came from. I don't know if it was just the class that I was in or associated with, but our instructors, they were some straight up shitbirds. They didn't teach us anything. It was like Lord of the Flies for a couple months out there in the woods. They didn't, legit, I'm not crying and I'm not calling that, I'm just saying. Marine Combat Training at Camp Geiger, when I was there, and everybody I've talked to, I don't know what these instructors were doing because they weren't instructing. I mean, I hear more horror stories of stuff that happened at MCT with people like, on your marches, your humps, falling out, getting left behind. Just, the instructors having pillows in their cases, in their packs. There was a big disconnect. And one story, just why I'm even telling this is, once we got to the fleet, we were humping 20 plus for around 30 miles. Not a big deal because they taught us how to do it. I mean, we're carrying combat load packs. We're good. We got our stuff together. But before we got there at MCT, I mean, you do a little hump in boot camp in Parris Island. And it seems hard, but good at the time. It's like 10 miles or something, 15. I don't know. It's not much. It's 20. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't bad. But you got an MCT, and it's like Survivor because them people ain't helping you. They ain't teaching you nothing. We're sitting there doing a hump in NBC gear. Fine, no problem. For whatever reason, homie here, I mean, just as much my fault as them sorry instructors, but I'm sitting there doing a hump in NBC gear with no underwear on. Nothing on but the NBC gear. This is charcoal NBC gear. This old school. I was raw and bleeding down there. Man, it was so horrible. Didn't nobody teach us nothing? It was, again. So this whole little post is just, I guess my little shout out and complaint to what everybody had to go through at MCT. Instructors, again, I'm not saying it was always like that, but when I went through there, it should have been better.